Good evening, peeps. It is that time of the month, keto approved or not. Now, this month we are talking about sweet treats. It's getting into the holiday season, so Halloween. And is there anything that we'd approve for keto? So I have a couple sweet treat go-tos that I make and take whenever I'm invited to a party, and that I do plan on making for Halloween. So I didn't want to make them today. I was sort of thinking about it, but they're not going to last until Halloween, and I don't want to be getting into them now and then getting into them again at the end of the month. Sweet treats for me could be a very slippery slope, so it's something that I indulge in very rarely. So the first thing I want to talk about is coconut haystacks, and how I personally would make those to make them keto approved is Hershey's sugar-free chocolate pieces. Now, you also could get Lily's chocolate or any sugar-free chocolate of your choice. Just make sure you're paying attention to the carb count, because some sugar-free items doesn't mean carb-free. Now, for these, they are 9 total carbs, 1 dietary fiber, and 7 sugar alcohols. So that takes it down to 1 carb per serving. And you don't need a lot of the chocolate to make the haystacks. So if I was going to use two tablespoons of unsweetened coconut shredded, not the flake, which you could use that. I guess it doesn't matter. I prefer the shredded to make it feel like a traditional haystack. So I do 2 parts coconut to 1 part of the sweetened sugar-free chocolate. Like I said, it doesn't matter what you use, your sugar-free chocolate of choice. Now, that's it. It's such a simple little recipe. Melt your chocolate down, add in your coconut, give it a good stir till everything's coated, and then put it out on dollops on wax paper or parchment paper till it cools down. Then my next go-to sweet treat would be candied pecans. I absolutely love those things. I had seen somebody have a recipe, and then I sort of tweaked it about a bit. So this recipe is my own, and what I do is I take 10-ounce bag of pecan halves, and then I take in a little dish, a little ramekin that I'm going to put in the microwave and melt down, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of your sweetener of choice. I use the stevia. And then here's the secret ingredient: 2 tablespoons of the brown sugar cinnamon skinny syrup. Now, if you can find that in the Tyrannies or just regular cinnamon Tyrannies, I guess. But the brown sugar and cinnamon is what gives the candied pecans that traditional candied pecan flavor. And then I melt that down in a little ramekin in the microwave, and I put my pecans in a big dish, plastic dish that I have a lid for. Once that stuff gets melted down in the microwave, did I say butter? I hope I did. So it's 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of the syrup, and 2 tablespoons of the sweetener. Equal parts all the way around, melted in the microwave, poured over your nuts, and then shake the devil out of those. And then pour them on a cookie sheet in a 300-degree oven. And every 5 minutes, turn it. And you want to keep an eye on them because they're going to brown quickly. And I can't give you a time because each time I've did it, the time is different. So however long it takes the moisture to evaporate off of those nuts. Now, you're never going to get them like a traditional candied pecan where it's got the hard, crispy coating on the outside. So these are always going to be a little bit moist, but just keep dehydrating it down until it gets a little clingy on the nuts and the nuts don't get overly brown. And they are very, very good. So those are my 2 keto approved sweet treats for keto approved or not this month. Use them for Halloween or just any old time that you want. Now I'm going to link everybody else that's participating this month in the description box below, and you go see what they took to the party. Alrighty, talk to y'all later. Blessings.